What up, kids? This is the QDecent podcast. Of course, you know why you're here. I don't know why you're here, but you know why you're here. So I'm going to shut the window and we're going to get going. Today's episode is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. And you know, when I say something, this show is not brought to you by anybody. I'm sure you knew that if you weren't an idiot. Nobody's paying me to do this, man. And so a lot of the time, when I say today's episode is brought to you by XYZ, it means maybe that's the thing that put me in the mood to do the episode today. Maybe I had a fucking slamming Jersey Mike sub today, man. Maybe I just wouldn't have done the show if it weren't for this number 13 on rosemary parm bread, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit slams. They got that lettuce. They got that oil. The kappa. What is it called? The capricola kappa. What the fuck lettuce? Capicola. How do you say that? What is capicola and what does it taste like? Also known as kappa, like kappa feel, or capo colo. Like when you colo on the capo on your guitar. Thanks, Jeffrey, by the way, for lending me a capo. Or gabagool. Fatty, lightly spiced and smoked cold cut. Wow. I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Oh my god. Lettuce. What is the lettuce shit called? Italian. Thin slice. I don't even know. Let's see what the Jersey Mike's menu says. So, this shit... Capicuolo. Okay, that's a new term. I'm gonna search up this bitch and see if it means lettuce. Nope, it's meat. There we go. I was wrong. That's okay. Sometimes people are wrong, man. And when you can't accept that you're wrong, you end up supporting Donald Trump today in 2020. That's what happens. And, you know, words, this is a weird thing that happens with me with words. When people, so say you say something to me. You say a sentence. You're doing like a full sentence, right? And this word, and you have a tone of voice. And that's what I hear first. Say you say, you know, Trump's really doing a lot of great stuff for us. I really firmly believe that. It's really what I think. So, you know what, if you say that to me, first what I'm going to hear is your tone of voice, and it's a split second thing. It's just for a second I hear your intentions instead of your words. So for half a second I'm like, oh yeah, this guy seems like he knows what's up, and then I actually hear the words after I've already reacted, and that can cause problems. And then sometimes I'll be like, wait, what did you just say, man? Where is this? I know there's a delay. If you say, hey, yo, what up, man, how's it going? I think I'm gonna kill your mom tonight, I'm going to be like, yo, what's up? Wait, what? You ever get that? You ever hear the tone first? I get that, man. Maybe it's when I'm not paying attention only. And maybe it's when I am, man. I got prank called the other day. You ever get prank called? It's not fun. At least this one wasn't. Let me tell you about it. So I got a coworker who knows my name. He knows my first name. He knows what my car looks like. And that was enough for him to really fuck me over, man. He got on some prank call website, some shit, and I got a phone call from what sounded like an angry dude. I said, hello? And he's like, hey, is this Emmett? Yeah, what's up? I'm Emmett. So you're the one that hit my car. And I was like, what? And I started to think to myself, did I hit somebody's car? Was I driving drunk? What happened? Why don't I remember this? And he was like, I was like, no, I don't think so. And he said, man, I got red paint scratch all the way up the side of my car. And you left a note. He told me I left a note. He's like, I'm looking at your note right now. And I was like, jeepers, what the fuck? I literally thought, did somebody take my car, drive it out into the world, accidentally hit somebody else's car, and then leave a note under my name? I was like, yo, when did this happen? When did you leave the note? I was really calm with this guy. I was like, what's up? I was inside, my heart pounding, freaking out. Oh my God, I hit someone's car. But then I was like, wait. When did this happen, man? What's the note say? And he was like, are you stupid, motherfucker? He just kept going at me. And then at the end, I stayed on the phone with him. And then at the end, it was like, oh, you've just been prank called. And I got to tell you, my heart was racing afterwards for like a good couple of minutes after that. I was like, jeepers. Where did this shit come from, man? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a little Beatles for you. So yeah, I found out later who prank called me, and it was my boy. So whatever, man. Hoping to get you on the podcast soon. You know, I might be a hero. I know I'm your own personal podcasting hero. Just kidding. But I might be a hero, man. I was driving to Iowa recently, and I was in one of those lanes where is a really like one lane, and they're doing construction, so there's traffic cones up everywhere, right? And the traffic was almost bumper to bumper, but we're still going 45 miles per hour, and there's strong winds. And so behind me there was a motorcycle, in front of me there was a car, a freaking Kia, I think. You should be driving a Kia. No, you shouldn't. They're terrible. I don't know anything about Kias. But I'll tell you one thing. This episode is not brought to you by Kia. Anyway, the strong wind blows over one of these traffic cones, right? And it's the big one. It's like the barrel-sized traffic cone. And it blows it right into my lane, right in front of me. And so it's rolling, middle of the one lane that's open. And it's like this huge-ass fucking thing, dude. It's huge. And yeah, there's a motorcycle behind me. And I had a split second to react. And so I just I slammed on the brakes a little bit and turned over to my left, just so that the cone would hit basically the right headlight. The corner, the front right corner. Is it a corner? Side piece. My front right side piece. So it would hit this fucking cone. And I knocked it out of the lane perfectly, and it went back to where it was supposed to be. It went over in the realm of the construction again. And I just thought to myself, damn, that motorcycle guy would have been fucked. He wouldn't have been able to do that. If I wasn't there, that dude might have been in some trouble. So, dear dude, you're welcome. That's what's up, man. That is what's up. You know what I like about driving? Billboards. And sometimes you see a boring billboard. Sometimes you see a McDonald's in 6 exits billboard. They got a lot of those. But I drive through Iowa a lot, and they love to give you speeding tickets, and they love to have billboards about pro-life, abortion propaganda bullshit. A baby's heartbeat is there within 6 days of conception. If you have an abortion, you're a fucking terrible person. If you don't vote Republican, you're wrong. That kind of shit. In small town Iowa, they got billboards about abortion and Republicanism being the only way. And I'm like, wow, cool, dude. I mean, yeah, these things have probably been around for quite a while. Probably been around for a minute. A cold minute. A perfectly temperate minute, man. And I don't know. Do they bother me? No. I find them funny. I find it funny to think of the guy who's like, man, I'm sick of these women getting abortions. I'm going to put up a billboard. Who is that guy? Who the fuck is doing that? Man, if only I could put up a billboard on the road, then maybe these women would stop aborting their babies. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That's gonna do it, man. You got it. That's gonna change someone's mind. A billboard. What are you, fucking stupid? A billboard. Dude, the only billboard I'm gonna pay attention to is when I'm hungry as fuck and I see the McDonald's and 6 Exits billboard. That's the one that I care about. I'm not gonna change my social, political issue. I mean, that shouldn't even be a political issue. Abortion should be allowed. That's my stance. You should definitely be able to get an abortion if you would like one. If you want one, get one. If you don't want one, don't. Cool. That's how it should be, but no billboard's gonna fucking change that, dude. I saw another one that said something about how if you vote Republican, you're responsible. So award responsibility, vote Republican. Yeah, how'd that go for you, bud? Is Trumpy over there? Is Donnie J your responsible pick? That's responsible to you? You're wrong. Yeah, I think those people are just in denial, man, about being right. You gotta admit that you're wrong. If you want my respect, let me hear you admit you're wrong. If I meet someone and they never ever admit they're wrong, even if if they are always right, then they're doing something. They're avoiding the topics they're going to be wrong about. Most people are wrong about something, and if you can't admit it, I don't like you. I think that you should be able to admit when you are wrong, or even if you think maybe you might be wrong. Am I wrong about this? Should I put a maybe before I say it, or should I just blab it out? Should I just tweet it out? Fuck it. Donnie J, tweet. There's no freaking, what do you call it? There's no accountability to Twitter. I mean, yeah, there is. What was I thinking? People don't put thought into what they say anymore, and that upsets me, man. That's part of why I'm doing this podcast, because I want to put thought into what I'm saying, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just going to say some shit, and then you're going to hear it, and it's going to be wrong, and maybe I won't say I might be wrong. But, yeah, you'll get over it. You know what I mean? I live my life in a fucking certain way, and I'm trying to make that certain way better every day. Like with the breakfast pizzas, man. I talked about it last episode. I ate probably over the last month. I've probably eaten like 8 breakfast pizzas. Over the past 3 weeks, I probably had like 8 breakfast pizzas, whole thing. And maybe I didn't eat it all at once, but I ate the whole thing like in a day. And I felt like shit, dude. That feels terrible. And that's part of my lifestyle. That's part of my last 3 weeks lifestyle. So I've decided I'm quitting the breakfast pizza, man. I'm quitting, I've quit McDonald's before. I've been like, you know what? This is not good. I'm always still hungry afterwards, even though I'm full as fuck. I don't like the feeling this gives me. I quit. And I've done that before, but I've gone back to it. It's sort of like drugs. You relapse. I just relapsed on McDonald's. But, dude, right now, in this moment, I want to quit breakfast pizza, and I want to quit Mickey cheese. Mac and Don's. Mickey Donald's. Fuck you guys. You don't have anything I need or want. And that's just really what I want and how I'm feeling right now. That's really what I feel like, man. Today's episode is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. That's where I was starting. That's what I rep, man. Jersey Mike's, it's probably not great for you, but instead of eating the whole sandwich, maybe you eat half of it and come back and eat the other half later, and that's a little bit better. It's got that lettuce. It's not capicololo. Capicanana mama mamana. Fuck you. You know what I mean? I like Jersey Mike's. I like Peach Monster Rehab Tea. I don't like any other Monster, man. Dude, if Monster ever agrees to sponsor me, I'm only going to talk about their fucking rehab line for sure, and probably only the peach flavor. That's what I want, man. That's what's good. It's what gets me motivated to do the podcast. Sometimes you need a little push to do what you know is right anyway. I know I should do a podcast, and I didn't for like a year or more. I know I should exercise every day, but I've been taking days off. What the fuck's wrong with me, man? Remember, every fucking day, that's what I should be doing. One thing that stopped me is because I'm doing these laser treatments. They told me not to stay in the sun for a long period of time. Don't go sun tanning. So I was like, okay, I'll just do my workout in the morning. I'll go out and walk or run in the morning before the sun comes out, but then I am tired. And sometimes you don't get up in time. Sometimes you gotta balance your diet and your exercise a little bit according to the one and the other. I've been stuffing my face lately, and I'm sick of it. I don't need to be overeating. Shouldn't I be over that by now? Shouldn't you be over that by now? That's how a lot of people feel, I bet. But our brains work in a certain way, man, and they're always going to fight us. And if you're in recovery from a drug or an addiction to food or sex or people or anything, I fully believe, and this is something I've had a long, hard journey on my way to accepting, I fully believe that you need to live your whole life by the principles that led you to originally get clean from that addiction, man. If you're in recovery, you have to live your life every day, every way by the terms of your recovery, or you'll slip. Dude, addiction is a very powerful monster. And if you don't stay on your toes, you will fuck up. And I don't know how many times I've been told that and didn't believe it, but now here I am saying it to you in hopes that maybe I'll believe it more and stop eating McDonald's and breakfast pizza. That's what's up, man. I even had a cigarette or two lately, which sucks, dude. Probably had 3 cigarettes lately over the last month. And I just felt gross, man. I had maybe 8 months off of those things. 8, 10 months maybe. I had a long time with no nicotine. And it's not like I went and bought a pack. And it's not like I'm on it again. But I slipped, dude. I did it. I smoked the cigarette. I drank the Kool-Aid a couple of times. And I don't know how that makes me feel. I don't know how it makes you feel. But I hope it means something to you. You know, I hope something I say means something to you. That's why we're here together. And that's why I'm here. I'm here for me, and I'm here for you if you need me. Because I know I need me. I need myself. I don't have anybody else that can do what I can. Dude, you can give in to the forces of the world, or you can stand up inside of yourself and be powerful. And those are your options. Is there a third option? QDs? Is there a third option there? QD? Nope. But that is what they call me. QD. 2-option QD. 2 letters, 2 options. That's what I got for you, man. 2 letters and 2 options. I saw the coolest shit the other day, you guys. I was in my roommate's room, Bailey, and he was watching a television program called Aerial Britain, and it was all these drone shots and helicopter shots, probably of... Is a helicopter just a big drone? I don't know. Of cool things in Britain, Scotland, the British Isles. The British Isles, mate. That's my best accent. And it showed an image of the world's only rotating boat lock. It was a 2-car Ferris wheel for boats, for ferries. Freaking yachts, man. It was a yacht Ferris wheel. It was incredible. And you should look into it because it's really cool. And it's in Scotland, right? And it used to be a series of canals, 11 canals that they had different locks in, like 11 different boat locks, and it would take a whole day to get through it. And so they converted it into this big ass water slide type of thing that comes out way into the air, 80 feet above the water from like this mountain, and then it's filled with water, and you can get another boat right below it, 80 feet below, and there's another canal lock basically thing, and it closes up and rotates like a Ferris wheel and puts that other boat on top. And so they got a whole day expedition. They turned it into 15 minutes or less, 5 minutes maybe it takes to do this. And I saw that and it blew my mind, man. You guys got a Ferris wheel for a boat? And it's the only one in the world, and they made it in Scotland of all places. So Scotland's an island. Do you think you're smarter if you're on an island? Do you think if you're on an island that the people there have more potential to create something badass? To come up with some cooler idea if you're on an island? Do the Japanese have cooler ideas than us? Debatable. Their fucking animated TV shows are way cooler. I'll tell you that. God, I love the new season of 7 Deadly Sins, man. I feel like Scotland is like the Japan of the British Isles. I don't know what facts I have to back that up, but they're both kind of like their own little place. And I bet if anybody else makes a Ferris wheel for a boat, it'll be Japan, man. Maybe that in North Korea. Probably not, though. They don't do anything. But what else do I have, you guys? I talked about most of this shit. Dude, I was wondering if I had another baby, if I would want to. Say I got together with a nice lady and we were in a relationship and then we had a child. This is all hypothetical. But I was thinking about whether or not I would want to, during childbirth, say I'm there in the hospital, I take her to the hospital, water breaks. Do I stand up by her face and hold her hand and tell her it's all going to be okay and listen to her scream at me? Or do I stand back? Do I stand in front of her and watch the baby come out? Because I think one time in junior high I saw a video of a baby come out of a vagina. But, dude, it was gross. And I don't know if I would want to watch that, man. I would rather hold her stupid hand. I mean, it's a hand. Holding hands is nice. But I don't think I would want to hold somebody's hand if I was giving birth. Maybe like a bite block would be nice. I feel like I would just want everybody to get the fuck out of my face. But you can't do that to your girl either. If your girl's having a baby, you're supposed to be there. I think. I guess I'd ask her what she wanted. And then hope she wasn't lying when she answered. I think that's what I'd do. Dude, having a kid is fucked up. What if it's scary? What if it's got problems? What if your kid's got problems? I was so scared that my son was gonna have birth defects. He doesn't though. He's great. Maybe something that'll become apparent later, but he seems fine, man. He put together 5 words. I got a video from his foster mom of him saying, "Night night, love you, Dad," and I just about died. Night night, love you, Dad. It was the greatest thing that I've ever seen. It filled me to the brim, man, with joy and happiness and tears, and oh my gosh. Thank you for that video, anonymous foster mama. Dude, this thing happens to me sometimes and it's happened innumerable amount of times. Is that how you say it? Okay, it's happened numerous amounts. A numerous number of times. It's happened a lot. It's happened plenty, way more than you'd expect. Where I hear, usually it's a song or a person, an actor, a famous person. Happened with Regis Philbin lately. Haven't heard of that dude. Didn't know who he was until they mentioned his name on The Office sitcom. Still didn't know who he was except for that I'd heard his name in The Office. A few weeks ago he dies. Like, oh, Regis Philbin dead at 80 whatever, 70 whatever. And I was like, oh shit, I heard about him in a sitcom. And this is what happens, man. Usually it's a song that I heard a character in a sitcom sing, change the lyrics to, or sing badly. And then way later in my life, I actually heard the song. Happened with so many songs, man. Everything. I hear about it in a sitcom and then hear it later in real life. And today it happened again when I thought it couldn't fucking happen again, especially with The Office. Because there's so much. I've seen The Office so many times and it's been so long since I've seen it. But today I heard the song in real life for the first time, where the lyric that Andy Bernard sings in like season 8 or 9, he pops out of a box on Aaron's doorstep in Florida and says, "Here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours." And I guess that's a song and it's real. And I heard them fucking sing it on the Pandora radio today at work. And I was like, oh, it happened again. Staying alive. Heard that on The Office first. Freaking, what's the one? Let's Get Physical. I heard that on The Office. Let's Get Ethical. There's a few from like Parks and Rec as well. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but goddamn, has that happened so many times. And if that's happened to you, you heard of it in a sitcom first, and then later you saw it in real life and said, "Oh, that's from that one show." Oh, Friends. There's one from Friends too. I heard the lady who's better singer than Phoebe. She was singing that song. Just call me angel of the morning, baby. I heard that song for the first time. Mambo Number 5, that one too. Heard it first on a sitcom. If this shit happens to you, hit me up. You can find me on Twitter at QDecent Podcast. You can frickin' hit me up anywhere, man. I'm on Instagram at QDsPod, and I'm on TikTok. I don't really post on the talk so much anymore. Since I got this microphone, I don't know how to I don't know how to do shit, dude. Also, if you want to be a podcast producer, hit me up too, because oh man, do I know nothing about doing this. I'm having a good time, you guys, and I love you for being here with me. But I don't know shit about doing this, and I need some help. That's all I got for you guys today. And thanks for joining me on this beautiful show. Check out the Real Happy Days podcast with me and Aaron Romano. We're working on that. We're doing an episode tomorrow, so look out for that. Yeah, I love you, kids, and have a great fucking life. Have a great fucking week. Have a great week. I'll get back to you next week. Peace out.